Hello from ChinaChina.com. This is Mark Josie. So you guys must have watched my video on the Western flute before, or maybe you don't. But it doesn't matter. Today I'm going to make this video to do a little comparison of the Western flute and the Chinese flute. So before I start, I would like to introduce my Western flute. Today is the day 2 handling this Pearl Flute here. It's a silver-plated Western flute. It's very sexy and very slim. So basically, I'll play a little footage right here just to show you the sound, like to demonstrate the sound and so on. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so just a very fun footage I play randomly. So this is the Western flute. Now I'll introduce the Chinese flute. This one. Okay. In Chinese we have two kind of flutes. One is the horizontal flute we call dek or Dizi. By the way, the Western flute in Chinese Cantonese is also called Chen dek, meaning long flute. Okay. Now this is the Chinese flute. It is a double joint, so this is my protection for the membrane. As you can see, there's a membrane here. It's very, very, very tricky. This thing here looks very simple, much simpler than the Western flute, but it is very, very like it requires a lot of skills to play this. First thing I want to say is it only has 6 holes, finger holes. Okay, the other holes are for tuning purpose. And then you got a membrane hole and a blow hole. Okay, this one here is a high-end Chinese flute, handcrafted by some master. Okay, so there's the artist name here as well. So basically, the first thing you need to learn is how to set up the membrane here, which is very tricky for all beginners. If you don't set it up right, it's not going to sound right. And then after that, okay, when you store the Dizi for a while and then take it out, you cannot just go and play it like this one. You have to reset or tune the deck back to a very optimized position for it to sound properly, or else it will sound very weird or doesn't even make a sound. Now I have to test to see if this Dizi is okay, because I just took it out of the box. So okay, pretty good. Now you can see the sound is very vibrating and lively, right? And it's sharper in tone as well. So basically, the way you hold Western flute is you use the meat of the finger to cover the buttons or the hole, the pads. Okay? In Chinese flute, the first thing you notice is our thumb here. With the Western flute, you place it right here. You place it inside, okay? Because there's a button or whatever you call that, key. Let me show you here. Because right here, there's the back key you need to cover like this, okay? And that's why your hand looks like that when you play the Western flute. The Dizi, the Chinese one, doesn't have that hole. So our finger here extend forward below the membrane hole for support, and the flute, the Western flute, you hold it down like this to in a more rested position. This one you hold it a bit upward like this, and you don't cover the hole with the top part of the finger. We cover it like this, see, is using the middle part of the finger, so you can go up and down very fast. Okay, so. Okay, so I'll play a little footage right now and let you hear. Okay, guys, so this is how the Chinese flute sound. And the technique can be transferred from the Chinese flute onto the Western flute as well. Now, one thing you want to know is with the Western flute, you can have a lot of notes because you see there are many keys and you can press this and that to get notes that you cannot get with one of these. So you may ask, what happened if I cannot find the note I need in the Dizi, the Chinese one? So as you can see, there's a D right here, word D. This is a D key Dizi, and there are many Dizi Chinese flute with different keys. Just for fun here, I don't want to drop this thing, but look at this. This is a case of Dizi. There are many big and small Dizi there. Okay? So here I would like to show you this one. This is a vertical flute, Xiao in Chinese music. This one doesn't require a membrane. It sounds different though, and it's way harder to blow. Usually, people will think this is like a recorder. No, it's not. You see, the mouthpiece is like that, and you basically go like that and blow into the hole at an angle. Okay, at an angle. It cuts the air in half and then vibrate like that. So basically, there are 5 holes here, and it's very tricky to play. So basically, we skip the 4th finger like this and go like that. guys, so this is the Xiao. It requires no membrane, and the sound also penetrates very deeply, and it's like a tenor, very deep sound. Okay, so basically, let's get back to the Western flute for a little bit of comparison. So after hearing all that, I'll try to play some Chinese style music. And by what I mean with Chinese style music, it's not that I'm going to play a specific Chinese music kind of song. I'm using the technique I have in my years of experience with the Chinese flute and the Xiao, whatever, to put it onto this thing and play a melody so that it will sound kind of Chinese and not very Western. So it will be pretty different, and you will never encounter a guy holding a Western flute playing some Chinese style kind of technique. So let me try. Take a look. Okay, guys. So basically, you get the idea. The Western flute and the Chinese flute, it's very different kind of thing. With the Chinese flute, basically, you need a lot of stuff to do with the membrane, how you set up the flute, and also it's a lot of maintenance because it's bamboo and it can crack, it can get damaged easily, whatever. So a lot of maintenance, and you need to oil this from time to time, and the sound can be off depending on temperature. There's a lot of factors that can change the performance. With the Western flute, less maintenance, of course, except for the moisture removal and greasing or oiling the joint. Nothing much. And basically, it's a very easy to handle equipment, and not many maintenance work is required except for the normal regular basis stuff. So this is much easier to handle for anyone. And also the blowing part. I find that blowing into this is much easier than the Chinese flute in a way, because it gives you a little thingy here to position your mouth right away. So it helps to feel if your mouth is in the right spot. For the bamboo flute, you only have a hole, and you have to like really fiddle around, and sometimes you basically forget that your mouth keeps slipping. And with this one, you can't, because it basically put your chin and mouth, everything in place. If it slips, you can feel this edge here, which makes sure that you won't slip. And the Chinese flute, sometimes people, when they play and then they get very tense up, the moisture right here will slip with the bamboo. And then soon they will be getting out of tune. So that's what happened with the beginners with the Chinese flute. So basically, that's my little comparison video between the Western flute and the Chinese flute. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye bye.